My child, a person in heaven has been trying to reach you since the last 3 days, but he is unable to reach you. This person is your ancestor, and he cares about your life. Because after this mentioned date, you will face a storm in your life that will make you lose your patience, your peace, and your confidence in my kingdom. My child, this person is unable to contact you. This is the reason I, the Lord your God, am reaching out to you through this message. And remember, nothing happens without a coincidence. It is my will you should hear my words, and that is the reason I called you here. My child, a storm is coming in your life. My child, as I speak, I am calling you into deeper waters, into places of greater trust, into realms of faith that you have never known. The storm on the horizon is not the end, it is the beginning of something far greater than you can imagine. Though it may seem like everything is falling apart, know that I am orchestrating something magnificent in the background, something that only those with eyes of faith can see. This storm will be your making, not your breaking, if you hold on to me. I am the anchor in your life that will not move, no matter how fierce the winds blow or how high the waves rise. But my child, you must prepare your heart. This is not just a battle of circumstances, this is a battle of the spirit. The enemy has seen the destiny that I have for you, and he seeks to steal, kill, and destroy it. He will use the storm to try to plant seeds of doubt in your mind, to make you question my goodness, to make you wonder if I have forgotten you. But my child, know this, I have not forgotten you. I have engraved your name on the palm of my hand, and I am watching over you with a love that will never fail. The enemy may roar, but he is a defeated foe. His power is limited, and he cannot touch what I have sealed for you. This storm, my beloved child, will not only test your faith, but will also reveal the hearts of those around you. There are people in your life who have been wearing masks, pretending to be for you when, in reality, they have been working against you behind closed doors. They have been smiling to your face, but plotting your downfall in secret. But in this storm, their true colors will be exposed. You will see who is truly for you and who is against you. You will see the wolves disguised as sheep, and I will give you the wisdom to know how to deal with them. Do not be disheartened when this happens, for it is necessary for your growth and for the journey I have ahead of you. There are also people in your life whom I have placed there for a divine purpose, people who will stand with you in the midst of the storm, who will pray for you, support you, and walk with you through the valley of shadow. These are the people who have been ordained by me to help carry you through this season. I will open your eyes to see them more clearly, and I will strengthen the bonds of love and unity between you and them. You are not meant to walk this journey alone, my child. I have appointed people to walk with you, to be your companions in faith, and to encourage you when the path gets difficult. But I must also warn you, my child, that this storm will not just challenge your external circumstances. It will also challenge the deepest parts of your heart. There are things you have been holding on to, things you have not fully surrendered to me. There are areas of pain, bitterness, unforgiveness, and fear that you have kept locked away, thinking that if you ignore them, they will disappear. But this storm will bring them to the surface, not to harm you, but to heal you. I want to heal those broken places in your heart, my child, but I cannot do it unless you bring them to me. You must allow the light of my truth to shine on the hidden areas of your soul, so that I can bring you into the fullness of freedom that I have for you. Do not resist the process, my beloved. Do not be afraid of the discomfort that may come, for it is through the refining fire that the purest gold is formed. You are my precious one, and I am refining you for a greater purpose. The pain you may feel in this season is not punishment, it is preparation. I am preparing you for the next level, for the next chapter of your life, and this storm is a part of that preparation. Trust me in this, my child. Trust that I know what I am doing, even when it doesn't make sense to you. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. You see, my child, what you perceive as a storm is actually my hand at work in your life. I am shaking the foundations of everything that can be shaken, so that only what is of me will remain. I am uprooting the things that have taken root in your heart that do not belong. I am removing the things that have held you back, the things that have kept you from stepping into the fullness of your calling. This storm is a cleansing, a purifying, and though it may be uncomfortable, it is necessary. Do not fear what I am doing, for I am doing it out of love. My desire is for you to walk in freedom, in power, in authority, and in the fullness of my blessing. My child, I know that you have been through many trials before, and you may feel weary at the thought of yet another one. But I want you to know that this storm is different. This is not like the trials you have faced in the past. This storm is a turning point. It is the threshold between where you have been and where I am taking you. You are on the verge of a breakthrough, and the enemy knows it. That is why he is trying so hard to discourage you, to make you give up before you reach the other side. But my child, you must hold on. You must press through. You must keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am leading you through this, and I will not fail you. This storm will not last forever. It is but for a season, and when it has passed, you will step into a new level of glory, a new level of anointing, and a new level of intimacy with me. You will look back on this time and see that it was not a time of destruction, but a time of transformation. You will see that I was with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and working all things together for your good. You will emerge from this storm with a testimony of my faithfulness, and you will be able to encourage others who are going through their own storms. I want you to know, my child, that the storm is not the end of the story. The storm is part of the journey, but it is not the destination. Your destination is the land of promise, the place of blessing, the place of abundance that I have prepared for you. But to get there, you must go through the storm. You must trust me in the process, and you must keep your faith anchored in me, no matter how fierce the winds blow. I am with you, my child, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. You are mine, and I have called you by name. You are precious to me, and I will see you through this. My child, I see the fear that tries to grip your heart when the storm begins to rage. I know how overwhelming it feels when the winds howl and the waves rise against you, threatening to sweep you away. But hear me now, do not fear. I am with you. I am the Lord your God, the one who holds all power in his hands, and I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. There is nothing that can separate you from my love, nothing that can come against you without first passing through my hands. I have already seen the storm, and I have already made a way for you to stand victorious through it. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Fear is a tool the enemy uses to paralyze you, to make you doubt me, to make you shrink back from the battles I have called you to face. But you, my child, are not called to cower in the face of the storm. You are called to stand firm, to fight, and to overcome. I have equipped you with everything you need for this battle. You are not defenseless, you are armed with my word, which is sharper than any two-edged sword. You are covered by my righteousness, and my spirit dwells within you, giving you the strength to stand even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Do not underestimate the power that resides within you, my child. You are not just anyone, you are my chosen one, called by name, filled with my spirit. The same power that raised my son from the dead lives in you. The same authority that calmed the storm on the Sea of Galilee is in your words when you speak in my name. When you stand in faith, you are not standing alone. I stand with you, and all the hosts of heaven stand with you. The angels I have assigned to you are surrounding you, fighting on your behalf, even when you cannot see them. So do not be afraid of the storm. I have already given you the victory. Your job is not to run from the storm, but to confront it with the authority I have given you. There will be times when the storm feels relentless, when the winds seem too strong and the darkness too thick. But even in those moments, I am with you. My child, the storm does not change who I am. The chaos around you does not alter my faithfulness. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am the unchanging rock upon which you stand. No matter how fierce the storm becomes, my word remains true. My promises are steadfast, and my love for you is eternal. I will not allow the storm to destroy you. I will not allow the waves to overtake you. You are safe in my hands. But hear me, my child, you must fight. You must take up the shield of faith and extinguish the fiery darts of the enemy. You must wield the sword of the Spirit and speak my word into your situation. Do not wait for the storm to pass before you begin to stand in faith. Stand now in the midst of it. Speak to the storm in my name, for I have given you authority over the storms of life. Speak my promises over your circumstances. Declare my truth over the lies that the enemy has tried to plant in your heart. That you have been given the power to bind and to loose, to open and to shut. Use the authority I have entrusted to you. Do not let the enemy rob you of your peace, your joy, or your hope. There is a warrior spirit inside of you, my child, and now is the time for it to rise up. I did not call you to live a life of defeat. I did not place my spirit within you so that you would be crushed by the storms of this world. No, I called you to be an overcomer, more than a conqueror through my Son. The storms may come, but they do not have the final say. I have already declared the end from the beginning, and I have declared your victory. You are seated with me in heavenly places, far above all powers and principalities. The storms of life may touch you, but they cannot defeat you unless you allow them to. Do not make the mistake of focusing more on the storm than on me. Yes, the storm may be fierce, but I am greater. The enemy may try to intimidate you with his tactics, but I have already disarmed him. He has no real power over you unless you give it to him by surrendering to fear. Fear is his weapon, but faith is your victory. My child, when you walk by faith and not by sight, you will see the storm through my eyes. You will see that it is temporary, that it is not as strong as it seems, and that it cannot stand against the power of your God. So lift up your head, my child. Lift up your eyes to me. Do not fix your gaze on the waves, but fix your gaze on the one who walks upon the waters. I have not called you to sink, I have called you to walk in the miraculous, even in the midst of the storm. Peter walked on water because his eyes were fixed on me. The moment he looked away and focused on the storm, he began to sink. But even then, when he cried out to me, I reached out and saved him. I am doing the same for you now. I am reaching out my hand to you in the midst of your storm. Take my hand, my child, do not fear. I will lift you up, and you will walk on the very thing that tried to drown you. I am with you, even in the fire. Remember the 3 Hebrew children who were thrown into the fiery furnace? They were not alone in the fire. I was there with them, and the flames could not touch them. They came out of the furnace without a single hair on their heads being singed. That is how I protect my children. The fire may be intense, but it cannot harm you when I am with you. The storm may be fierce, but it cannot destroy you when I am in the boat with you. I am your shelter in the storm, your refuge in the day of trouble, your fortress when the enemy surrounds you. Run to me, my child, and you will find safety. I am your strong tower, and the righteous run to me and are safe. But safety does not mean avoiding the storm. It means standing in the midst of it with confidence, knowing that you are protected, knowing that you are empowered, knowing that you have already won. This is the victory that overcomes the world, your faith. Your faith is what moves mountains, your faith is what calms the seas, and your faith is what brings my kingdom into your life. Faith is not passive, my child. It is active, it is bold, it is unshakable. I am calling you to rise up in faith, to fight the good fight, to take hold of the victory that is already yours in Christ. You are not alone, my child. Even when the storm is at its peak, I am with you. I have surrounded you with my angels, and they are fighting on your behalf. You cannot always see the battles being fought in the spiritual realm, but know that they are real. I am dispatching my heavenly hosts to wage war against the forces of darkness that have been sent to discourage and defeat you. The battle belongs to me, and I am fighting for you. But I need you to stand in agreement with me. I need you to declare my word, to speak life over your situation, and to refuse to give in to fear. I know that the storm may seem overwhelming at times, but I am the God who speaks to the storm and says, "Peace, be still," and when I speak, the winds and the waves must obey. My child, I have placed that same authority within you. When you speak my word in faith, you are not just speaking empty words, you are releasing my power into your situation. You are bringing my peace into the chaos. You are bringing my light into the darkness. Do not be silent in the storm. Speak my promises, declare my victory, and watch as the storm begins to lose its power over you. You are more than a conqueror, my child. You are my beloved, and I have already secured your victory. The storm may rage, but it cannot steal what I have promised you. The winds may blow, but they cannot knock down what I have built in your life. The waves may crash, but they cannot wash away the foundation that is built on me. Stand firm, my child, for I am your rock. I am your strength. I am your shield and your deliverer. You are safe in my hands, and nothing can snatch you away from me. So do not fear, my beloved. The storm is temporary, but my love for you is eternal. The battle may be intense, but the victory is already won. I am with you, and I will never leave you. You are not fighting alone. You are fighting with the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Creator of heaven and earth at your side. And with me, all things are possible. So take heart, my beloved. The storm is coming, but so is your victory. The storm is coming, but so is my glory. The storm is coming, but so is your breakthrough. Hold fast to my promises, stand firm in your faith, and know that I am with you now and always. Amen.